That was a red-eye flight. Left LA at 10, got into Orlando at 6 o'clock in the morning. Chauffeur Marty Spears picked me up. This is my little brother. Right now studying, trying to get into med school. He's a personal trainer and he's about to have his first kid. I still can't believe how easy it is to just get across the world. You go inside of metal tube, you get flung 560 miles per hour, end up in a different part of the world after 13 hours. It's crazy. It feels wonderful to be back in the States, a country where I can understand the language. Plan for today is to drop Martin off at his apartment. He's been driving my Prius for like, I think 6 months.
More than that.
Longer than 6 months. He's been driving my Prius for like almost a year maybe. So I'm gonna drop him off and then I'm gonna take the car about 2.5 hours to go see my grandfather, my mom, and my aunt down in Pine Island. Martin was asking me about van life and we just passed a Nissan. That is a possibility. That high top van right there. Yeah, NV 2500, sorry. Martin used to live in Tampa, but now he's got an apartment in, where are we at, Brandon?
Brandon.
Yeah, we're in Brandon. So we're about to go check out his new pad. eBay stuff. And it's hidden too.
Yeah, I know.
That's the best thing is, look, you can't see any of it.
Yeah, that's why we
You can't see it because it's around the corner. It's so smart. And it's organized.
Yeah.
Did y'all paint it blue?
Yeah.
So this is the baby room, and also where I would be sleeping.
Baby is blue.
Martin painted this wall blue. We got granite with the sink mounted under the granite. And we got Venezuela pride. So there's a baby in there. She's about to pop. So I got a to-go, some snacks.
Later.
Bye.
Thanks, man.
I haven't driven a car in I think like 6 months. This is gonna be weird. And I don't even have my driver's license with me. It's at home in an envelope somewhere in the mail. So I got about an hour-and-a-half drive down to Port Charlotte. Quiet retirement town where I grew up at. I actually like going back there. It's got a good place in my heart. I'm really liking this driving thing. It makes a lot of sense. You get in the car, you get yourself from point A to point B. You don't have to walk anywhere. You don't have to wait for a train. It's a good thing. Bikes are just where I left them. Home sweet home. It is a little bit empty. My mom's been at my grandparents' helping take care of my grandfather. She cut off mail to the house. They've been saying he's got a couple weeks left, which is kind of why I also wanted to rush to get back down here. I'm gonna jump in the shower, shave, upload a video, and then head down to Pine Island. Let's take a look at the eBay room. I got a lot of nicely organized inventory going on with this shelf. There was another shelf here. That's what Martin took. Martin took that shelf. So now it's just kind of everywhere, which is gonna have to be reorganized. I gotta go through some mail. I did get a check from United for almost $1,500 for a missing luggage. But I got all this pile of mail to go through. Let's get a tripod in here. Much better. All right, let's go through some of this mail. What do we got? Copywriting professors. If they want us to read and review this book, they sent a copy to me and a copy to Chris, Bonafide Hustler. We're supposed to read through this, see if we like it. Somewhere in here should be a driver's license. Florida Department of Highway, that feels like a driver's license. Got a hole. This is all my mail I have to go through and a couple packages. It's a good 5 inches of mail. I'm excited about this one because I think it's my driver's license. I lost it last year and I had to reorder it. Yeah, buddy. Check that bad boy out. Look at that hair part. Here is your new driver's license. Thank you. Class E. Let's get the video edited and uploaded, take a shower, and then head to Grandma and Grandpa's house. Legally head to Grandma and Grandpa's house. Water does not want to come out. It's just like drizzling. I wonder if my mom turned the hot water off. Like the water doesn't want to come out. Hello. All right, done with the video. Video's uploading. Doesn't look like I'm gonna be able to take a shower. The water's turned off and I don't want to call my mom and ask her how to turn the water on because I'm gonna surprise them. But I just wanted to show you guys this. Okay, so that was the eBay room. That was more organized when there was another shelf there, but Martin took the shelf for his house. I got some of my thrifted watches, my 3 favorite thrifted watches up on the wall here. This is a Pebble. This is a Casio with an altimeter. This is like a vintage Pathfinder, and then the Casio Databank 300. My 3 favorite watches I've ever thrifted. We'll do room stuff later, right? Anyways, I just wanted to show you guys. I just sold these on eBay for $99. I feel like the only reason that they sold is because I came in. This is like the secondary eBay / Etsy Amazon room where I have a lot of storage. Got like poly bags. This is a spare bedroom, but it's also like the eBay and Amazon kind of stuff. And and Etsy's in here. We'll do Etsy later, but anyways, I just walked in here. My computer's plugged in, uploading, and I saw these pants and I was like, man, these are Lululemon. When are these things gonna sell? And then lo and behold, cha-ching, they just sold for $100. I paid $50 for them. I liked them for myself, but then I ended up like falling out of love with the color, so I figured I'd sell them. Sold them for $100. Sick. Thank you very much. But I'm just curious if anyone else out there has had like this supernatural selling instance where you think of an item or you look at that item and you're like, wow, that hasn't sold yet, or you just like think of an item and then that item just like sells that day, or it sells really, really soon to that moment in time. It's happened to me multiple times, and it just happened to me. I'm just curious if it happens to anyone else out there. So my mom, my grandma, and my Aunt Linda, they all think that I'm gonna be coming on the 29th, I think, like towards the end of this month. But since I bought my ticket, I rebooked it about a week earlier. I'm gonna show up and surprise them. They weren't expecting me for a week later, so we might get some squeals and screams because I haven't actually seen my mom in like 6 months. I'm excited to see them, and I think they'll be pretty excited to see me. I'm more of like a show up than like a call or a text in advance. I don't know, that's just the way I've always been. A lot of my friends know me like that too. Where I grew up, there's some people out there in the sailboats on the harbor. So this area was actually demolished by a hurricane, I believe, in 2004 or 2005. It was a Category 5 hurricane, Hurricane Charlie, and it just came through and absolutely demolished this area. It damaged my high school enough. I didn't have school for I think like 2 or 3 weeks, and then we did double sessions at the rival high school until Jeb Bush could get the funding or we could get enough portables put into our high school. About a week ago, I didn't even want to see my grandfather because everyone's been telling me how much he's changed, how much function he's lost within the last 6 months, how the color, he's gotten yellow because of liver problems, and that the cancer's just pushing on his stomach and he can't eat a lot, he can't walk anymore, and it's not the same. I knew it's not going to be the same person that I remember that I saw in January before I left, and honestly, that scares me. It scares me. I would like to preserve my image, my last interaction with my grandfather in my brain, in my head. I want to preserve that, but I think that's also kind of selfish of me to want to preserve that when all of my other family members are seeing the degeneration and are comforting him and being for him there, and I'm just not there. I'm off in islands and riding my bicycle, and obviously I didn't plan on that instead of this. This just kind of happened. I had listened to a message, Craig Rochelle. I will put a link in the description to it, and it was talking about presence, just being present. Even if you don't know what to say, even if you just like break down crying, but being present says so much more than anything. Better than a text message, is better than a call, it's comforting, it's more spiritual, something about being present, and that really spoke to me. And that's another reason why I rebooked my tickets and wanted to come here early before he left us, because if I wasn't able to see him, I might have lived in regret and just beat myself up for the rest of my life. I don't know.
Bless you, boy. Oh, it's good to see you in the house.
Oh my God. Oh, hi.
How did you do that?
Oh my
How'd you do
goodness.
so?
Did Grandma? Did you know? Oh, I love you.
Grandpa's not been too good these last
He's
2
been
days.
out
We had
from
2 good
yesterday.
days.
Oh, he ate. He goes, I would like roast beef. Not last night, but the night before.
Yeah, he,
After sleeping most of the
Tuesday, He
day.
was pretty good, but yesterday that's all he done is sleep. We had the hospice nurse come out last night, and she checked him all over. She said his chest is clear, his oxygen level is good, but she said I think he's transitioning into. She said
Getting
I
ready
think
to let
maybe
go."
he's waiting for someone. And we said, well, Marge and Alex and Joe are supposed to come Sunday. We didn't know when you were going to get here.
Oh,
So go see if he knows you.
he'll probably wake up.
Hey, Dad. Hey, Dad. Yoo-hoo. You got a visitor.
Grandpa,
Who's here?
Look who's here.
do you remember me? Did I wake you up?
Well, he's got to get his eyes going.
Yeah.
Who
he's
is
been-
that?
Say something.
That's the traveling boy. No, he said, oh, my, I said, the traveling
Oh, my.
boy. Yeah, he traveled home.
Here, can I hold your camera thing?
Surprise, surprise. Oh my
Take it
goodness.
easy.
Take it easy. We'll get you a drink if you need it.
Yeah.
We are all so
all right.
surprised. Yeah, I don't know what that was. Aaron,
You don't have to see him on video now.
I'm just glad to be here too.
Yeah, yeah, it's a real surprise, wasn't it? He took me by surprise too. He come in the door. First thing I thought was maybe it was old Joe.
I thought we had a new aide or something.
Yeah, the aide's supposed to come give him a bath about 11:30.
Oh my goodness.
I tell you, that is a surprise.
Would you
isn't
like
it?
a piece of ice? Some Gatorade?
Or some Gatorade.
How about some
He's been
Gatorade?
drinking some Gatorade, which is good.
We'll set you up a little bit. And I'll
he
get you
ain't
some. You want to do upright him and I'll
Does he need to have a med yet?
No, he's had his med.
But I mean, not another. Well, let's
I
not
don't
give him
think
anything
so.
since
He's
we
pretty
have
calm.
company.
He's pretty calm. You can get in there.
I think we need to scoot him up.
Okay.
These girls got this all down pat. I tell you, I don't know.
We're
what
gonna
they
get our
got 'em.
CNA license.
They know just how to get into the.
Stretch out a second, Dad.
All right, I have to get over here.
He thinks he can get up and go to the bathroom.
I know. I like your shirt, Grandpa.
USA.
USA.
Maybe he
I
needs to put
scooch
on his
over here?
Trump hat. We take a picture of you guys with your Trump hats on.
Can I scooch over
Okay,
here?
so what am I doing? My best day. This is the worst I've seen.
What is he doing?
He's videoing.
I wish I would have done it early in our lives, but better late than never, right? So Grandpa likes eagles. So he has a lot of eagle statues, eagle paintings.
I want to pull you over this way just a little bit more.
He's got eagle shirts I've seen him wear, eagle hats, eagle photos, eagle blankets.
Yeah.
There's an eagle blanket hiding there. We got eagle photos.
Do we need a photo?
The American animal, one of the strongest symbols of freedom. So my mom and aunt have been here since May.
13th. I came back May 18th.
And now, since it's the summer, my mom's off of work, so they're able to be down here by my grandfather's side, which is actually like a really good timing, good blessing, I think, because a lot of people would not be able to take off of work like this. They would not be able to spend every moment that you have left with somebody that you love.
Thank my family. That's true.
Yeah,
My
so
husband is keeping down, holding down the fort.
Uncle Dan is pretty awesome to let Aunt Linda come and do this. But I definitely win the travel farthest to see Grandpa award. I'm gonna take a nap over here,
Yeah, you go do that.
since that's Grandpa's favorite activity to do right now, so I'm gonna go take a nap with him.
Good handshake. Okay, sleep on.
Started taking a nap at 2 and I just woke up, it's like 7:30. So it was like a 5.5 hour nap, which is more just like asleep. 5.5 hours is more than most people.
nighttime for some
Yeah,
people.
that's a nighttime for some people, that's true. I'm still on Asia time. My mom and my aunt love working on puzzles.
Oh, I'm working on a Reese cup.
And my grandma's there
Watching the ball game.
watching my brother's baseball game. He's a coach. Who's he coaching for?
He's coaching for the Lowell Spinners.
My brother's a coach for the
Lowell
Spinners.
In Lowell, Mass.
Lowell, Massachusetts.
They're short season.
I'm gonna hang out here for a little bit more and then I'm gonna drive back up to Port Charlotte for the night and not have water.
Be careful driving home.
You guys are puzzlers.
So good to see you.
What a surprise.
Yeah.
Made my day.
Yeah, me too.
Day.
Kind of messed us up. We were gonna clean up.
Love you guys.
Love you too.
All right, bye, Grandpa. No water in this house, so I stopped by Publix, got a 2.5 gallons of water and a Publix sub for dinner. It's about 10 o'clock. I really didn't know how my body was going to react to seeing my grandfather like that. I've never seen him like that. I did not break down and cry uncontrollably. It doesn't mean I don't have emotion, but I'm kind of mentally prepared for it. Over about the last 2.5 weeks, I've been calling my mom and my aunt fairly frequently, getting updates on his condition. As soon as we found out that he had cancer, I was still in Japan actually. It was during the first 5 or 6 days of my trip. Found out that he had a cancer that they were trying to treat. The cancer blocks the bilirubin drainage into the gut, and he has his really high bilirubin, hence the yellow color. The jaundice, he has some jaundice in his the white of his eyes, yellowing of his skin. Since then, it's just been kind of downhill. They started doing chemo on the cancer to try to shrink it, extend his life a little bit. They did a puncture where he had a bag hanging off to drain the bilirubin into, but they didn't want to leave that open for infection. They eventually closed that off. I think about a week ago, he was admitted to the hospital for a sepsis, which is infection of the bloodstream, and that's kind of what really knocked him on his butt. And as soon as I found out he had sepsis and wasn't eating, that's when I decided to book my flight as soon as possible, because then it's a matter of days before he decides to leave us. He's lived a great life, he really has. He's been blessed with 87 years, over 50 years of marriage, 2 beautiful children, 6 beautiful grandsons. What else can you ask for? I mean, you got the love of your family that want to come to see you even when you're at your worst. It's about 10:30. I'm not really tired because of the whole jet lag thing. I think I'm gonna try to list about 10 things on eBay and then see if I can go to sleep to try to put me on like a normal schedule. Probably take some Benadryl, hydroxyzine to induce some sleeping, but yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do. 3-bedroom house to myself, what to do? So I listed a handful of items. Item number 8 I'm working on out of the 10 I'm just trying to get up tonight. And I was noticing that this is a personal tennis racket of mine. It's just gotten so bad. The grommets here are just disintegrating. I wanted to make this point. Yonex is a great tennis racket brand, but this is an older racket. The grip is toast, which is not a deal breaker for me. The grommets here are just absolutely destroyed. As you can see, they're just like disintegrating. The strings are all still there, but just the condition of the racket, I'm just going to pitch this one. I'm just gonna donate it to Goodwill rather than selling it. This Wilson N code. The grip's perfect, which is fine, but this racket is all around in better shape. The grommets are all fine on him. This one's gonna be about a $40 bill. This one's getting redonated to Goodwill. I've been working on a video. I did get my 10 items listed. It is almost 4 o'clock in the morning, actually. Jet lagged like crazy. I'm gonna try to force myself to go to bed right now. I'm gonna try to figure out how to get the water turned on tomorrow. Fix the pipe. I think I also might install my mom's cruise control. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. If you have any encouraging comments, please leave them and I will talk to you in the morning. Bye.